Grand Rising wonderful souls, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. My name is Bronwen. This is where you will gain timeless collective readings for insight on your forward path and your journey in healing. Know that my readings are for entertainment purposes only. The message that came through was to do with the warrior archetype, and that when it is fully balanced, we sit in that energy of, you know, fighting for others, helping the underdog. And when we are imbalanced in our shadow, it can go one of two ways, either into sadism, where it is the warriors, it's almost like a righteous journey that hurts others, even, and it's not even that it's done accidentally, it kind of steers into enjoying seeing other people squirm. And on the other hand, where there is this avoidant attachment style, maybe it's the I can never say the word machinistic. Do you know what? I wrote it down because there are some words that I stumble over. It is the masochistic of I am the victim, to the point of actually I like that the pain that is being created. And I think that this reading is looking at how we balance this, and any energies that come in that wish to dysregulate this, or if there are energies coming in that resonate more with the shadow aspects, whether that is the pushing forward of the sadist or the pulling back of the masochistic person or energy. Now we have here Six of Daggers, okay, trying to move away from something here with the King of Cups underneath. We have the Page of Daggers in reverse. This is like ignoring some sort of impulse here, because you have the Seven of Pentacles coming out as well. Someone here is trying to ignore an impulse they may have to help move them away from some sort of conflict, be that inwards, whether that is inner turmoil. It could be trying to heal, especially that devil energy of old behavioral patterns that really aren't for our highest and greatest good. You do have the Eight of what? I was going to say the Eight of Wands, you know, the Eight of Daggers in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse. So this is really untethering or removing some sort of binding that may have blinded someone, be that you or someone else, to their own behavior. You have the Six of Daggers here as well. So this is really moving away from some sort of turbulent conflict or relationship, some sort of mental anguish, with the King of Cups being here as well. This is very much about learning how to provide for yourself. This may actually be a person. There's maybe somebody here who is trying to move away from either sadistic tendencies or masochistic tendencies and become more full in their, what's the word? Almost like in their self-actualization of being the warrior, of fighting for the underdog, for fighting for a cause. I'm getting a lot of Aquarius energy coming through. Know that because my readings are for entertainment purposes only, if there's something that doesn't resonate with you, it's absolutely fine. Just don't claim it. And even if it does resonate, know that you have to use your discernment when taking any advice that comes through. Tarot's only supposed to be a confirmation of what you already intuitively know. It's not supposed to give you any information that you don't already. Okay, I feel like I want to keep the King. Can I get one more, please? Can I get one more, please? Thank you. We also have the Nine of Wands here. So yeah, this is about internal healing. And I don't know just yet if this is internal healing for you or for someone else. But we have got the Nine of Wands. And Nine of Wands is, it's almost like I'm working on it. And actually working on it. You look at this dude, and here he's got a bandage on his head, on his knee. He's got a walking stick. He's actually taking time to go through the thick of it and work on things that hurt, because this isn't really to do with having an injury, like a physical injury. It could be. This is more to do with actually going through the thick of it when it comes to either emotional pain, some sort of turbulence that's happened within, like the inner struggle, and knowing that you haven't come out the other side yet, but you can see the wood through the trees. You can see that light at the end of the tunnel. And this is the wounded warrior. This is the wounded warrior. What were we just talking about? The warrior archetype. Well, hot diggity, there we go. So who is the wounded warrior? Would you like me to take a different deck? Yes, okay. Let's find a different deck. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Who are we talking about right now? Because this could be family as well. I just had a sign of family. The sign of family for me is when my cards do this as I'm shuffling them. And they make like a little triangle like the roof of a house. This could be actually a family member that is trying to get their act together. Or this could be someone in the collective, be that you or someone that you're thinking of, that is working through familial issues. Ever the martyr or ever the instigator? Tell me, please, Spirit. Because the Page of Daggers in reverse would denote that this is someone that may have ignored this for a very long time. Because the Page of Daggers or the Page of Swords is a student. They could be an apprentice. They're someone that watches, takes notes, excuse me, confirmation, but they are quite a young or naive energy in reverse. This is not wanting to look at something or not wanting to almost like go within, but at the same time they can't ignore something here. Because I feel like when the Page of Swords is in the upright, this is someone who's very naive and they're an apprentice for a reason, because they don't know and they want to learn. When it's in reverse, it's almost like being an old dab hand at something. It's like not taking your own advice, but giving it out. And now this person is having to look at something here. Can we get clarity, please, on the Page of Daggers, please? Oh, that threw itself out and flipped around. 5 of Swords. So this flipped around, actually flipped up into the air and then landed on my wrist here. And you have the 5 of Swords here. So this is somebody who runs away from confrontation. You may have a family member that finds conflict very difficult, or you yourself may find it very challenging to speak to family members about things that may be an inner struggle for you because of fear of conflict. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So there, whether it's you or someone else, there is definitely this energy of running from their own demons and not wanting to anymore, because this 9 of Wands is telling us that someone is working through it, even if they're not being verbal in the fact that they are working through some sort of inner demon or turmoil, their shadow side. They are. It's making sure though that whoever it is that's healing through this isn't sitting in the sadistic like archetype or in that masochistic archetype and trying to find an even balance between. And no, actually not even an even balance between, because there should be no pleasure in hurting others or pleasure in being hurt. I think that this is just part of the archetype of being why do I want to say a trickster, because it's almost like self-sabotage here. The 5 of Swords I'm going to put down with the Page of Swords in reverse. So someone here may have been ignoring the easy route out, the one that actually would help them to heal, because it seemed like too much hard work. I'm not going to take you yet. Can I get clarity on the 7 of coins, please? The 7 of coins. Because the 7 of coins in reverse is not taking a moment to rest and reflect. It's almost like just, for example, someone comes out of a relationship and rather than taking time to be by themselves, to reassess, to look at, you know, what went right in that relationship, what didn't go right, where are the wounds being perpetuated, where were they healed, and, you know, what is it that you need to help you actually heal and grow and evolve. Instead of doing that, they jump straight into another relationship and it's a rebound one so that they feel safe. So they don't have to look at that. They don't have to grieve. They don't have to take accountability as well. Relationships, like everything else in our life, and this is just my opinion, we co-create. So we're part of it. It's not just happening to us. And this 7 of Pentacles here in reverse is saying that either you or somebody that you're thinking of in your family, or someone that you saw as family, acted before they would act before they thought, or they would constantly dismiss something here. Yeah, you got 5 of Pentacles coming out to Justice, and I felt that with the warrior energy coming through, someone feeling righteous, But it seems like if this is somebody from your family, they are falling more into the shadow realm archetype of being a masochistic, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but almost like the woe is me, and gaining validation from feeling like that when people abandon them, or people leave, or people remove their energy from theirs. The Five of Pentacles, this may also be affecting the way that they look at financing. It may be affecting the way that they look at their abundance mindset. Or they may be very quick. If this is not them and this is you, there is a quickness to judge everything that happens with, well, I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was going to be let down. I can't trust anyone. And this is not me judging you if this is something that you resonate with. It's just what Spirit's coming through and showing you. And I feel like someone's ancestor here is very direct and clear cut in the way that they speak. And I heard autistic for someone. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I can't diagnose anyone. I can only go by mine. I'm autistic and I have ADHD, and I am very clear cut and very direct in life. And it's coming across like that, almost like yeah, it's just somebody who's very direct. They're not mixing their words right now. It's like I'm getting like an older generation, maybe like grandparents, boomers, maybe later than that. The kind of energy of like, if you're upset for more than a small amount of time, they want to come and shake you and tell you like, come on, get a grip. And I know that's not the right things to say, because if you're feeling the way that you feel, it's the way that you feel. But this is like an older generation coming through here. The Five of Pentacles is very much about lack mentality, because even in this picture, there's a person laying outside on the ground. You know, they are feeling desolate. They're feeling in ruin. You can hardly even see them. They're almost, you know, melding in or camouflaging in with the brickwork. And there's that energy of when you think of people who are homeless, a lot of the time, like my experience with like many years ago, I worked in like a homeless charity with my sisters over Christmas, quite a few Christmases, and it was one thing. I remember having a conversation, them saying that, you know, the guests that came there, people who were homeless, people don't want to give you eye contact. They don't want to recognize that you are there, or that you are, you know, certain things have happened in your life that have led you to where you are. And I think that this person, whoever this is that's coming forward in this reading, and I'm going to keep saying it, be it you or a family member, they may have a fear of being, it's not left out, it's being seen as invisible. So they do certain things, they act in a certain way because they feel like that's going to happen anyway. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. They bring it to be. They literally bring it to be. You've got justice coming out. So there's something here that's being sidestepped, and it's very just is what I'm hearing. What is this? What is it that's being, what is being sidestepped that's very just? The Star. Okay, so if this is a person from your family, and that can be nucleus, or it can be a wider, you know, more distant cousins or whatever. This is talking about removing someone or moving away from somebody before you gain stardom, or before you gain some sort of recognition. And that it's like weeding out those that are going to support you in your lows, so that they can celebrate with you in your highs. And there seems to be like, this person seems to be in like a lot of inner turmoil, like I said, over actually working on themselves. This is not an easy feat. Healing is not an easy feat. I can't speak for anyone but myself, and healing is hard. Healing takes time. It's not something that, you know, it's not an overnight cure. You can't just take a tablet or a pill and the next day all you're cured. It's something that can take a very long time, and you may need a lot of different modalities, a lot of different tools, a lot of different support systems to help you to heal. Everyone is unique, right? There definitely is, though, this encouragement. And I don't know, it's not an encouragement, because I don't feel like this is something that you're being asked to do now, unless unless this is looking at you specifically and not another person. Because if we are looking at another person, this is like confirmation that what you did was right and what you did was the just thing to do, without bringing emotion into it. So someone's granddad or great grandfather is coming through, and I heard for someone, they may have been in the military, they could have been a military man. And that's what I mean by them going, pull yourself together. It's not that I'm telling you to pull yourself together. I think that is the way that this person would have shown affection. Yeah, that's not great. But there is this energy that for those of you that have had to walk away from a family member or someone that you classed as family, you did the right thing, even though it was difficult. And there's a need to do so, because I like to use like little bottles with different ritual oils and stuff like that to hold up my cards. And the one that's holding up the star card to the Six of Swords is the Dragon's Blood one. This is talking about how you are being protected. Whatever it is that's coming towards you in stardom, like with this star, and it's online, something's going to go viral. You're going to go viral. Something's going to grow and everyone's going to be looking at you. It could only happen, you could only make that space for something to grow by removing the things that were holding you back from growth, which included this person. At the same time, this person is trying to work on themselves and they're finding it very, very challenging. Maybe you're finding it very, very challenging. And I mean, if you haven't walked away from a person and you've been considering it, and there has been like this, almost like when you think of tennis and how they go from you, and you'll see like the audience and they're just watching the ball, but when it's being filmed and they look at the audience, all they see is this. I feel like somebody's energy has been dipping and then oscillating to going into a high, and then oscillating and going into a dip and oscillating over. When it comes to emotions attached to this person, if you haven't walked away from them but you are seriously considering, you're being told this is what you are supposed to be doing. And I heard sacrifice. This is difficult. And there seems to be, it's not just oscillating from high and low, it's the energy. Because when we look at the archetype of the warrior, and we have the warrior in his fullness sat at the top, and then we have, you know, the sadistic over here, and then we have the masochistic over here. It's also that oscillating between, I want to get revenge, going into sadism, and then this person really hurt me, but that's how I got my validation. Now, I'm not a therapist, okay, and the things that come forward are part things that I'm getting as a channeled message, and things that I watch on YouTube, or I watch or I read, and obviously spirit is using me to pull that out. So there is something here with self-regulate. There's a need to regulate emotions here. There's a need to, for those of you that haven't walked away from someone, there is a need to regulate emotions. You've got the Chariot coming out in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. This person may be interwoven into very early memories for someone here, especially if this is like a sibling or a caregiver or a cousin, like your cousin that's around the same age as you, for example, or an aunt and uncle. For those of you where this person feels like their family, there may still be early memories if you grew up together. You have the Three of Chalices to the Ten of Chalices. There could have been some sort of rivalry over relationship. This could have been a high school friend. But there does seem to be this energy of, if I remove my energy completely, then I won't ever connect with that person again. I don't know. Is there some sort of hope that you're holding out on? What's this hope? Yeah, you got the Eight of Pentacles here. You got the Three of Pentacles in reverse though to the Lovers. So for someone here, this was either a very turbulent relationship, or this is almost like being in a romantic relationship for X amount of time. It doesn't matter if it's 6 months, 6 years, and knowing that either you guys are not, you're not connecting the way that you should. Maybe both of you are too wounded to be in a relationship. Maybe one is, maybe one's narcissistic, maybe they're not. But knowing that it's not fun and that you're not enjoying yourself, but now I've put this amount of time in, and now I've been in this relationship for so long, it's a waste. And then I look back over my life and, oh no, I've, you know, where am I? And having like this crisis of not identity maybe, or crisis of, do I stay in a relationship because I've put this much in? Or do I stay in a relationship because that's my brother and I've known my brother my whole life? Even though my brother is a horrible, horrible person and has hurt me deeply many times, do I stay in that relationship just because I've known that person all of my life? The Three of Pentacles coming out in reverse, this is like just there being a lack of cooperation in any type of communication or collaboration that you could have with a person. The Eight of Pentacles here, this is mastering something, working on something here. And it gives me the energy of like a lack of equilibrium. One person's really trying to pour in and water plants and water and, you know, help whatever it is that needs to grow to keep a relationship together. And then you have the Three of Pentacles and the other person going, well, you're going to do all the work. And if you don't do all the work, then bar humbug. And then you have the Lovers coming out. Now, the Lovers I'm putting down on the first row. The Eight of Pentacles goes with the King of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles goes next to the Nine of Wands. And this is letting me know that it is okay to let go. It's okay to let go when you have poured so much into other people and they're still not willing to come halfway when it comes to a relationship. No matter if that's platonic, no matter if that's work, no matter if that is romantic, whatever that may be, it is okay to walk away. It is okay to walk away. And for those of you that have walked away, this is just confirmation on that, because the King of Cups coming out to the Eight of Pentacles, this is cultivating how you pour into your own cup. The King of Cups is someone who's very fatherly, irrespective of gender though, but they're also someone who has taken the time to really cultivate it's to cultivate their own emotional needs. What are their emotional needs? How do they pour into themselves? How do they provide for themselves so that they can provide for their loved ones or provide for others in a really healthy way? You know, this King of Cups is a king and he's sitting in that water on a lovely throne. This is all heart-based, and this is also intuition. Someone here has been working very, very, very hard on how they connect their heart space to their intuitive knowledge and cultivating this. I feel like the last step for someone here, if it's not physically moving away from someone, so this is like no contact with someone, if that doesn't resonate because you've already done that, there is an energetic imprint that may be still connected to the person that you are no longer speaking to. And this is the reason why you're in the Nine of Wands and not in the Ten of Wands. And I don't see any of the wands. When we think about like the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands, we can sometimes see it as being negative or stressful. But the Nine of Wands, as we know, is the wounded warrior. This is balancing our own needs, setting healthy boundaries, working on ourselves, even if we are tired or frustrated or we've had enough and we've set out certain things already, and why am I still feeling like this? It's knowing that the Ten of Wands comes next, which means yes, it's the last leg and you may be exhausted, but you get to put those sticks down at the end. You don't have to go through that again. You get to rest. I feel like someone here may be frustrated because they thought that moving away from this person or just not talking to this person would be enough of a healing elixir, and it's not for someone here. There does seem to be that juggling. I'm surprised that the Two of Pentacles hasn't jumped out. We've got the Nine of Chalices coming out to the Hierophant. This is giving me the energy. There's two messages that are coming through from that. If this is a family member that may have had you in the will or in an inheritance, they may change that. Because they don't like the fact that you have moved away from them. You've got the Empress coming out almost as a confirmation for that, as in they wish to disempower you in some way or have the last laugh. If this is, and the thing is, I lost my train of thought the minute I said that, because this isn't just that. It's also to do with when something's coming in for you with this Star card and the Six of Swords, this new beginning coming in for you, where, you know, everyone's going to be looking at you. Everyone's going to be looking at your glow up. The boundaries that you place in now, the boundaries that you already have placed in, actually are ensuring that you are protected from vultures, or you're protected from people's ambivalence, especially those that maybe, I heard martyrdom, somebody who is a continuous martyr, or someone who you have continuously had to run after to gain appeasement in some way. Keeping them away from whatever it is that's coming in for you is really important. Now, you know, if this is a sibling, a family member, someone that you saw as family, they don't have to be painted as being like this big bad wolf, unless they are. You know your life better than I do. But there is still, you can still have somebody who creates trauma even when they're trying to do their best. And I think that's really important to say here. We also have next to the Empress, the Chariot coming out in reverse. So this is a lack of movement as well as a lack of growth or healing. And then we have the Queen of Wands here. So this is creativity, but it's giving me mother energy. So for someone, this could be a mother, it could be a mother figure, it could be a matriarch. You have the Five of Wands coming out. There's a lot of fives here. We have a lot of change coming in, that maybe this person was digging their heels in so that they didn't have to. Or maybe this is something that you are digging your heels in about making that change, because that change is so vastly different from what you've known. Now I'm going to put the Empress down. The Empress is going down in reverse next to the Five of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, there's something within it's like a lack mindset. This is some sort of code that may have been passed down from a family member, from a mother, a grandmother, a sister, female cousin, or just somebody who sits very much in their feminine energy, but more in the, I heard toxic vibrations, oh dear. Know that we hold both masculine and feminine energy. So if I'm talking about a feminine person, I am not talking about a woman unless I specifically state. Now the Chariot being in reverse as well, this is a family dynamic where, with that Justice card coming out, and the Justice is a person cutting a snake halfway through as the snake is trying to bite his finger. And this is really stopping karmic cycles or generational trauma in cycles, in spirals. You know, going to the source of whatever that pain is and plucking out the poison. The Queen of Wands is going down next to the Star. Okay, so this is to do with your creativity as well. There was a need to cleanse someone's sacral chakra. I don't know if you've already done this. This may be what Spirit is asking you to look at. Especially if you have already made that step to move away from somebody, a family dynamic of some sort. If you've already done that, especially as the Nine of Wands is coming out, you're being told that the Ten of Wands, the way that you gain access to the Ten of Wands, even if it does feel like a massive burden, is to cleanse out your sacral chakra. Now, I cannot tell you specifically how to do that, because each one of you is on a completely different, completely, you know, equal and respected and valued journey in healing, but it's unique unto you. So you can email if you want and ask me, but I'm not going to be able to give you something specifically catered for you. The best thing for you to do, especially if this resonates, is to have a look on YouTube. Google or YouTube, you know, sacral chakra cleansing for familial wounds, and just see what comes out. But know that our sacral chakra is the place we birth new ideas into the world. So that there could be a massive correlation between art therapy or creating, in, you know, expressing yourself creatively and then healing that wound. That could be dancing, it could be singing, it could be painting, it could be expressive movement, you know, music and movement. Take it as it resonates for yourself. Tell me about the King of Cups to the Eight of Pentacles, please. Thank you. Got the Nine of Wands coming out. The Nine of Wands has come out twice now. Wow. So this is part of how you heal. Part of how you heal. Because this one here as well, this deck, the Nine of Wands, you can hardly see him. Where is he? You can just about see him. Look, he's got one hand here on a stick keeping him up. His face is there and he's holding the tree because he needs to get out of here. At the moment, he may feel like he really is being swallowed up by that forest. Maybe that's how you're feeling right now. You are being encouraged by spirit, by I heard your ancestors. This spirit and your ancestors to keep going, to definitely take breaks when you need to take breaks. If you do not feel strong enough to walk away from a family member right this moment, then don't take my advice. Do what intuitively feels right for you, but just know that the next step that you take, if you are moving forward, if you are taking those steps that really put you at the forefront of your own mental health, your own emotional health, your own physical, your own spiritual health, it will propel you forward into more healing. Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands coming out. So that Eight of Wands being here with the Three of Pentacles to the Nine of Wands in the last row, for someone specifically, the next step is coming very soon. And for those of you who may be finding it difficult to have that conversation, if you feel it's needed with this person to say, this is the closure that we need, I want to move on. If you feel like you can't make that first step, or you're finding it difficult to know what words to use, there is something that may happen where this happens for you anyway. And I'm not saying that, you know, if you feel uncomfortable in the relationship that you're in with whoever this may be, that you should just sit back and wait for them to do it, because that's not the greatest. But I'm saying that for some of you, the universe has heard and has gone, okay, well, this tower is going to come in for you, and it's going to come in a way that, you know what, this collaboration or working together, whatever that may be, it's just not going to happen, and you're going to cut contact. Where would you like me to go? Oh, interesting. 1 or 2? Okay, 2 and then 1. So let's see. Can I get some clarity on the Page of Swords, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Lovers in reverse? Especially when it comes to like any event. Okay, Shield, you need to defend yourself, and you are highly thought of is in reverse. So for some people here, whoever this person is that may be in, because if it's not you that's juggling whether or not you should step back, this person is juggling whether or not they should whether they should sit in the masochistic or the sadistic energy. As much as they are working on themselves, this triangle of, you know, being a fully formed warrior or falling back into like that the shadow aspects here, this person, like I said, they oscillate too, with going up and wanting to be fully formed but not really knowing how to grasp at that. And you need to defend yourself with you are highly thought of upside down. For some people here, as much as this person is healing and trying to heal, it doesn't mean that this person is coming on a journey with you. For those of you that, you know, this is an ex-lover, this person, they don't know who they are, is what I'm hearing. Because with that, you need to defend yourself, and you are highly thought of. Right now, it's like was it the 12 stages of grief? And one of them's anger, isn't it? And then denial and this and that. And this person seems to, they flip between grief and I want to do better, to no, it's not my fault, it's your fault. It doesn't have to be just a lover. This can be a family member as well, of it's your fault, it's not theirs. And this person's behavior at times can be irrational, or you're being told not to be irrational, especially if you have been working very, very due diligently at healing some sort of wound within yourself that gets triggered when you speak to this person, or when someone says this person's name or shows you a photograph, or, you know, vice versa with this person. Seek out information that will help you is coming out here. Because I feel also like for a very small amount of you, this person may want to take you to court over something, but it is, again, this person oscillating into the sadistic part of their shadow and wanting to they want to have the last laugh. If this is to do, like I said, with inheritance, they want to take away something that was promised. And I am not a lawyer, I'm not an attorney, I can't give you advice on that, but all I can do is read the cards, and the last row is what I got pulled to when I said that, which is the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 8 of Wands. Something is going to be, for some of you, a choice is going to be taken out of your hands either ways. A choice is going to be taken out of your hands. And really the best thing forward is to let go, is what I keep hearing, is to let go. Doesn't matter if you've invested 10 years, 20 years, 40 years into a relationship with somebody. If it's not working and it's causing you pain, then it's not working and it's causing you pain. You know, and you've also got here that an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you, but it's upside down here. And yeah, there's almost this energy of whoever this is, if you had kept them in your life, or if you keep them in your life, when this new big shiny opportunity comes and, you know, drops itself onto your lap, they are going to make a scene, or they're going to make it about them, or this person is going to try and make out that you are the villain, especially with this card about, you know, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. It's like the narcissist calling you a narcissist, you know, the absolute irony. I'm not saying that this person is a narcissist. I'm not qualified to diagnose anyone. I'm just saying that it's the irony of them calling you out for something that they have been doing themselves or perpetuating for a very long time. You also have here, pay attention to your work. And great worry over nothing. And that came out in reverse. So this isn't, you know, the last card that came out isn't to worry someone here, especially as it says great worry over nothing, but it's to be very assertive with who it is that you are allowing to spend time in your energy, and who you don't, if that makes sense. You have good news that is coming towards you. All right, you do have good news, and they're not part of it. There's a reason why they're not part of it. They're not supposed to be. Hidden secrets can harm you, and a period of ill health and depression. So this person coming forward may, yeah, I felt like there's something going on with their mental health. Again, I'm not a doctor. You have February coming out. So this person, there's something about February. I feel like there may be good news coming in that this person may be trying to muscle in on in some way. Hidden secrets can harm you coming out. So this person may just have a little bit of a grudge over the fact that you aren't coming back, is what I'm hearing. I think this is real confirmation for them when they realize the good news that you aren't coming back, or from your silence that you aren't coming back. You've got news of a birth or new business opportunity coming out as well. So yeah, there is something very big coming towards you. A new job or career. There you go. Pay attention to your work. It's got to do with your work. It's got to do with the way that you have cultivated it's something about your charisma and the way that you create space for others, to listen to others, and to provide or protect others. I don't know if you provide or protect those who are less fortunate. There is definitely the energy of warrior coming through, but warrior in its fullest capacity. And I don't know if you are sitting in that energy just yet. Not criticism, just growth is growth, right? And we will grow into it. I do think that this new job opportunity is a real good opportunity and space to be able to cultivate that and go from maybe flitting a little bit in your shadow, especially over whoever this person is and how entwined you may have been with them, be it lover, friend, sister, brother, mum, dad, whoever, and how this job is going to help you to heal even more. If you're in the King of Cups, you already are extremely healed. And I'm not saying that you are a guru and that there's nothing left to heal, ego, not at all. But you've worked really hard. And I know that you are tired, because that 9 of Wands coming out twice, that is, I'm tired. I have done so much. I want to rest now. And you're being told there's just this last leg to go when it comes to healing this. And as you are healing this opportunity is going to come in. And that opportunity is going to be like when you look at the 10 of Wands and you can see a person carrying all of those sticks on their back and they're really putting all of their effort in. And in the distance, you can see a little house or a little church or a tree with like a chair. And you know that they're going to get there and they can put everything down and they can just let that sight out, because that chair or that home or that church or whatever it is, it's not just a job. It's not just money in your bank. It is a community of like-minded people that have been there. They have done that. They're going through that. They understand. And they are the ones that are making that chair for you to sit on. They are the ones that are making that house or that church for you to gain sanctuary from. So just know, as tired as you are or as frustrated as you are, you haven't got very long to go. You haven't got very long to go. And I've just realized I have not rung my bell at all through this reading and it's nearly finished. So I'm going to be ringing this bell. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, blah, 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 words, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Can I get one more card, especially when it comes to Great Worry? This Great Worry. Okay, so 2 wanted to come out for Great Worry. And we have teardrops with great personal sorrow and dealings or relationship with a man. And that was in reverse. So those 2 are going to go down over here. Good advice from a wise person has come out as well. I don't know what this worry is. Tell me about the worry. It's about great fortune. This is to do with great fortune. I do think that the great personal sorrow that's coming through is a lot of what's being worked through right now, or is what is being encouraged to continue to work through. Because I'm not even going to say that you're not working through it. You have the 9 of Wands coming out twice. Yeah. There is great sorrow that may come through from the people that did not treat you the way that you deserve to be treated when they had you, whether that is family members, friends, or lovers. Great sorrow in the fact that they are now almost like that energy of the 5 of Pentacles, where the person laying down was almost invisible, that they are now invisible in your life. And it reminds me of there was an actress, and she was like really big in maybe the 90s, the 2000s. Heather Graham, that's her name. And I remember reading something a very long time ago about how when she made it really big, she done like a film with Mark Wahlberg a long time ago called Boogie Nights. And it was following, I think it was based on like the true life story of a porn star, and back in the 70s, and that was like her big break. And they interviewed like her mum or something like that, and she's like, yeah, she doesn't talk to us anymore. Like we don't know why. She doesn't speak to any of the family anymore. We don't understand why. And I can remember being young and reading that and being like, that's awful. Like she's made it big and she's just left them for dust. But now looking in wisdom, you know, because hindsight is 2020. There is no way, there is not a reason why that actress, when she made it big, went, okay, bye. Of course there is. And it's the same here, okay? Whoever it is that you are like, I am leaving you for dust, There is always going to be a reason why. Just because the rest of the public or whoever doesn't know why, doesn't mean it's not there. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't come with great sacrifice when you have to do that in the first place. It does seem like a lot of the sorrow or woe that is coming from those who are trying to better themselves or doing so because they've kind of been pushed into a corner rather than because it is a growth mindset that they wish to be in. You have the family room in reverse, you have high honor in reverse, and then you have great fortune. This is giving me the energy of being held accountable for something here. Someone here is being held accountable. This is a healthy boundary that you are setting or you have set. You have mature woman in reverse. And that's why I was getting like mother energy or like mother-in-law energy, auntie, grandmother. Somebody who is, for their age, they may be emotionally stunted for their age. The 6 on there could be that they are a Virgo, 6th house. They could have an ailing, they may be getting unwell. They may wish to know more about what's happening to this main female coming out. They're in despair over a new job. This new job may actually take you across waters, across it may be on the other side of the country from where you live. You've got judication coming through as well. So this judication, there is something that legally will be awarded to you, especially at the start of this reading, talking about how if you do have a family member who wants to be spiteful and is like, well, fine, you don't want to be around me, then you're not in the will anymore. And they may be, they may have to put it back the way it was. I don't know, there's something here about something that you were promised. There's something that you were promised that they're now wanting to take away, that legally they can't, or legally they have. Yeah, there's a message of concern here. They're going to get a letter of concern. What's the letter of concern about? You've got privileged lady coming out, and you've got thief. Okay, I don't want to go on for too much longer. I want to get one more deck out. Where would you like me to go? I heard that's it. Stop. I'm going to leave it there. And I think that really, if anyone wants me to, I can focus on like what's going on with adjudication and faith in the next reading, because we're already going on to 15 minutes and I am thirsty. I hope this resonated for you. If you are new to my channel and this did resonate and you'd like to see more, if you're watching this on TikTok, I would love you to subscribe and to like. If you are watching this on YouTube, it would be lovely if you hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see when I post my content. Please know that on TikTok as well as on here, my name has been changed slightly to Bronwen's Cove Tarot 111. You can see the link down below for my TikTok as well. If you're watching this from YouTube, just come over. It would be great. I'm trying to build my channel over there as well. I love you guys. I will see you later. Mwah, mwah. Bye.